More than 500 marathons are contested throughout the world each year. World marathon majors include New York, Boston, Chicago, London, and Berlin. If you've tried them all, why not pack your backpack and try one in a more exotic location? Number 7. The Ice Marathon at the bottom of the world, Antarctica. Runnings of the Antarctic Ice Marathon have taken place at 80 degrees south, just a few hundred miles from the South Pole, at the foot of the Ellswood Mountains. Participants are flown from Puerto Arenas, Chile, to the race location in the interior of Antarctica and experience anything from sub-zero temperatures to 24 hours of daylight while there. Number 6. The Big 5 Marathon. This marathon is on the savannas of South Africa. The race gets its name from the famous animals of Africa referred to as the Big 5 game: lion, leopard, elephant, rhino, and buffalo. Runners from all over the world will meet in one of the most spectacular Big 5 game reserves in Africa. No fences, no rivers, nothing at all separates the runners from the African wildlife. Even though the course runs directly through a lion territory, safety problems will not be an issue as the route is watched by helicopters and armed rangers. Number 5. The Everest Marathon. Listed in the Guinness Book of Records as the highest marathon in the world, the start line is at Gorkha Shep at 17,000 feet, close to the Everest Base Camp in Nepal. The finish line is at the Sherpa town of Nanje Bazar at 11,300 feet. Although the course is basically downhill, there are 2 steep uphill sections. There may be snow and ice on the upper part, and there is considerable exposure along much of the route. For this reason, the race is only suitable for runners with experience of cross-country or mountain running and endurance events. Experience of rough terrain is essential, and road marathon experience is not sufficient on its own. Number 4. The Egyptian Marathon, held in Luxor, Egypt. Walk like an Egyptian, or more likely, jog like an Egyptian. The start is at 7 a.m. at the Temple of Hatshepsut. The route takes you through the Valley of the Queens and across the temples of Amenhotep and Ramses III. Number 3. Bordeaux Marathon du Medoc, a running event combining wine, sports, fun, and health, which seems to actively encourage anything that's normally discouraged in running. Held in September in France's Medoc region, this sounds like the most idiotic race known to man. The course is 26.2 miles through scenic vineyards, and participants in compulsory fancy dress are expected to indulge in 23 glasses of famed vintages en route, while also stuffing themselves with local specialties such as oysters, foie gras, cheese, steak, and ice cream. Number 2. The Great Wall Marathon. The New York Times once called the Great Wall Marathon more than just a race, rolling out the old Chinese proverb that you cannot be called a hero if you've never been to the Great Wall. The version attributed to Mao Zedong is a bit more poetic. He who has not climbed the Great Wall is not a true man. 5,164. That's how many steps there are in the Great Wall of China Marathon. Since its inception in 1999, the Great Wall Marathon has become revered as one of the world's most challenging marathons. Run the most challenging marathon of your life along one of mankind's greatest monuments. And number 1, the Athens Classic, home of the marathon. In 490 BC, one of the most famous battles ever fought on Greek soil was won at Marathon. Legend has it that a messenger was sent from Marathon to Athens to relay the happy news of the battle's outcome. When the messenger reached Athens, he whispered, "We have won." He dropped dead from exhaustion. In 1896, when the first Olympics were held in Athens, the Olympic Organizing Committee had quite a gamble in front of them. Can man actually survive running such a distance? As it turned out, the marathon became one of the most popular events in the Olympics, and an event that is repeated almost every week in cities around the world.